Hey y'all, IrixGuy here, back again with another video. Now I've got my waterproof and ruggedized case. Did take a little bit of quite a storm at sea. I'm actually very happy that I didn't, that I was able to get to a dock. But you can see everything in here is bone dry. So what we're going to do now, we're going to fly off the front of this boat. I was able to get out on the boat today. And we're going to demonstrate, there's a brief gap in rain, and we're going to demonstrate the performance of the ND filter by Rage Cams. So let's take off our gimbal guard here. And we're going to go through this whole process. And something that you've seen in my previous videos, you've seen how I really love these quick disconnect prop guards, and you're about to see why I really like them. And it's landing in a tight area like we're about to land on in the front of this boat. This is not one of my larger boats, so just a great demonstration of why the prop guards are so important. And people criticize me like, man, you fly so many drone flights and you still use prop guards, and I do, and I'm proud of it. I like to be safe, and I like to project that image to my viewers and just everyone. So we're going to get out these 4 props here. I apologize, I cut my finger. I had an incident when I was trying to get to a safe location. I tell you, storms at sea are no joke. You're out there and you get caught up in that weather. It's not anything fun. So again, with the props, and you've seen my other video where you do black on black and then silver on silver. So these are the silver centers. Put these on here. One of the best things about this case is just being able to just pop it out wherever you are, on a boat, on a beach, in your backyard. You just pop it out and just spin your props on. These are self-tightening props, so you don't want to over tighten. You just put them on, and then they'll do the rest. Okay, so and what I usually do, I kind of gently go back with my fingers and make sure that they're sufficiently tight, and then boom, put my quick disconnect prop guards on. Again, I got orange and black because I thought it looked cool, but there's other color variations available. The way that I position these, and you could do it however you wanted to, but I put the black where the camera's facing, and then I put the orange in the back, and then that's just another visual acknowledgement of the direction that your craft is heading. So just something cool that you may not have thought of there. And what you're about to see with this case, in my scenario where I've got this smaller boat and I'm going to put it in the front and take off, you're going to see how this case also doubles as a landing platform. So that's one of those cool perks you may not think about. And again, this case, this Phantom, everything 400orbelow.com. So we're gonna close this back up. We're gonna put it on the front of the boat. And then we're gonna get a swimmy cushion, or whatever you want to call it. We're going to put it on top. It's kind of it's a semi-firm material, but it helps to dampen the landing. We're going to put it across there. And we're going to take off here in just a second. Let's see here. So again, this little short iOS cable, it and all of this is in this video's description. But it's just something that makes the flight so much better, in my opinion. iPhone 6 Plus, just because I use it as my phone too. You can find a really cool Android tablet on 400 or below if you want to get a larger display. But for me, this, I think it's 6.5 inches. I'm not really sure. It's more than sufficient for me. So, always power on your controller first. You don't want to inadvertently potentially trigger a return home scenario. Put this right here. And what I've indicated previously is the, you know, people are like, well, why do you need quick disconnect prop guards? Well, when I do land, if there is a topple over, it would be easy to break a prop and or damage the interior in this fine vessel. So, you know, just a great advantage to having those prop guards. Obviously, before we take off, we're going to make sure everything is properly calibrated and ready, and that it sees our home point. That's one thing about drones. A lot of people have, they try to give drones a bad name, and a lot of it is that if you do your research and you thoroughly understand that craft, you would never want to take a drone out over water your first time. It would be stupid. But if you thoroughly understand your drone and you watch tutorials on 400orbelow.com and obviously read your owner's manual too, it just makes you in a better position to be able to capture these really cool moments. Now, what I always do, and this is with Phantom 3 and it's greatly improved from the Phantom 2 series, is that it says safe to fly GPS. So I'm safe to fly there, and I'm in P mode, which is a combination of GPS, Global Positioning System, and GLONASS, the Russian satellites, and then also the vision sensors that are on the bottom of the Phantom 3. You get sensors that detect the ground on the Phantom 3. You didn't have that in the Phantom 2 and the Phantom 2 Vision Plus. As always, I want to make sure my memory card is formatted pre-flight. I don't want to run out of space and miss this epic moment at sea. I'm going to go down and format my card. And formatting is complete. And now what I'm going to do is start my video recording. I'm doing 4K 30 frames per second. And I do have the ND filter by IrixGuy. So we're going to see some really cool video here. I can take off in the app, or I can start my engines manually. And I want to start my engines manually. Personal preference. You hear that jing, 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 like that sound? It's a little bit different power sound than you got with the Phantom 2 or the Phantom 2 Vision Plus. But now she is ready to take off here. I'm going to take off. And we're going to get some epic footage. I know I'm having a good time here. Something that you may have not known, and I'd like to thank a viewer for this. Actually, a few viewers have said this. If you swipe your finger up in the FPV mode, you can do away with the menu. See, when I swipe down, the menu comes back, but when I swipe up, it goes away. And that's good, especially if you're using prop guards like I choose to use. You can better ensure that what you're filming is free of prop guard view, which is really cool. So we're going to fly around and get some good video here. Where you really see, one of the places where you really see the advantage of an ND filter is that when you're when you're over water, you can really see the water just looks really nice with the neutral density filter. And IrixGuy, there's a lot of ND filters on the market, and I wanted to respond to some feedback on that. IrixGuy really does a good job. They use really high quality glass, and if you look at some other ND filters, and this isn't drone exclusive, but if you look at ND filters in general, what you'll likely find is that a lot of them are made out of plastic type materials. So those materials, even though you may have a lesser price point for that neutral density filter, that lesser price is likely going to show within the visual quality, the lack of visual quality within that filter that the filter produces. As you can see here, I mean, this is just, I mean, and I'm just looking at it right now in 720p HD, and it is absolutely mind-blowing how smooth it is. The Phantom 3 itself, and I'm using the Phantom 3 Professional obviously, but the Phantom 3 itself is just an incredibly smooth aerial video and photo platform. I mean, it's got a level of professionalism that few drone manufacturers that I'm aware of can offer, and I've given a lot of them a shot. Check out my other videos. I've got I've got tons of drone review videos. Some of the drones that I really optimistically, I mean, I gave them a second chance, a third chance, a fifth chance. I even woke up the next morning and said, you know what, I want this drone to be great, and it just wasn't. And the Phantom 3, though, I mean, it's one of those drones that I look at, and it is, there's a bird that just came in front of my Phantom 3. It's just one of those tools that one can play with and just really have an epic time in the field, as you can see here. I mean, it's video, and check out my other video. I'm going to post this video without my narrations, and you can watch the video clip by itself, and I mean, it's just absolutely incredible what one can capture with this video.